How's it going, guys? My name is Femi, and I am with iUniversal. I wanted to shoot this quick video before I lost the light. I wanted to talk to you guys about the core and what do you consider when you hear the word core. What do you think about? Like, what do you typically consider? One of the things that I've learned, and this is strictly going to be based on my observation about the core. Typically, when we think about the core, we're always thinking about abdominal muscles. We're thinking about six pack. We're thinking about the abs. Um, but when we're talking about the core, this is my observation, this is my opinion, and this is what I think. And I would love to get feedback from whoever thinks otherwise. But when we're thinking about the core, your core is primarily your pelvis, that is your hip bone, and your spine. Your pelvis and your spine combined, that is what makes up your core. So when they are in perfect alignment, then you have a stable core. That is the sign of a stable core. When, if you notice, right, the spine and the pelvis, in essence, they are the most important regions of the body. So this is typically where your organs are located. It's also where your skull is mounted, your sexual reproductive organs, your waist organs, your anus, penis, vagina. They're all located in these areas, and everything outside of that are your extremities. Now, when you think about the core, again, we're thinking about being able to maintain hips in the right position, not out to the side, not tipped forward, because ultimately when that happens, the since the spine is connected right to it, everything gets thrown off. And when they're thrown off, it throws off everything that's attached to them. So, case in point, I'll go back here. If the hips is out of position, maybe it's tilted forward, when that means the spine is now going to have to adjust and you get that arched, you get that curve in your spine. And when you get that curve in your spine, the rest of your body kind of has to compensate. So just because typically when you get that arch in your spine, your body wants to tip forward. So kind of resist that, you kind of pull back a little bit. So your body's always trying to counterbalance itself. But what happens is over time, when your core is unstable, so meaning your hips and your spine is out of alignment, then those muscles that act to count, those regions of the body that act to counterbalance everything, they get tighter, right? So now all of a sudden, again, the muscles, the fascia, everything locks into position. And that's when you start to notice that, oh, I have a tight muscle, my back, my shoulders, they're always tight. It's simply because you're out of alignment. When you have tightness, it's a sign that there's something, you're out of alignment. So my recommendation to you is always pay attention to your hips and your spine. When you have poor posture, right? Poor posture is just your spine is out of position. So all you have to do is figure out what you need to do to get your spine back into the right position. Case in point, right? Typically, most people, when you see them, heads always down like this. And that you always see a lot of people who are always giving exercises, like do this exercise to bring your shoulders back and keep your this is all you have to do. When you have poor posture, to correct your posture, elongate your spine. That's it. Just elongate your spine, because what happens is everything falls back into position naturally. When your spine is elongated, all of a sudden that skull that was right here is boom, able to sit and balance right on top. And then what happens is you're looking straight ahead. And now you're able to take in more information. But typically when the core is weak, you're down here, you're looking at the ground, which also is indicative of like where your mental state is. You possibly have a lot on your mind. So because you have a lot on your mind and a lot that you're dealing with, you cannot take in more information. So you avoid that information and you start looking down at the floor to where there's not that much information coming in so you can focus on this. Your body is literally a reflection of what's going on within you. So when you are dealing with a lot within you, you're not able to express you're not able to fully express yourself the way you should. Because case in point, I experienced this. There was a period of my life where I was always looking down at the floor, but when I started to look up, I started to realize there was so much more information that I was not taking in. and it was because I was in my head too much. So your core is not just a series of muscles. Your core is, there's so much more to it. There's a psycho spiritual aspect to what's going on with your core. So I want you to start paying attention to everything that goes on with your core by simply just asking yourself, is my spine straight? When your spine is straight, that's the sign that you have good posture. Also, check this out, right? Breathing. I once saw a video where a woman, I think she was a trainer or something like that, a master trainer. She said she hates it when people are always talking about uh, posture and like posture is important. Posture. We're gonna do an exercise. I want you to join me wherever you are. We're gonna do this exercise, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to simulate poor posture, right? So like, just do like this. Poor posture. Just go into it wherever you are right now. Now, in this position, I want you to take 5 deep breaths, right? That's 2. That's 3. 4. One more. That's 5. Okay? So now, try this. We're going to elongate our spine and we're going to put ourselves in perfect, what we consider to be perfect posture, being more elongated, head straight up, right? Keep the spine straight. Keep. Naturally, when you straighten the spine, you will feel an engagement in your abdominal muscles. So let's just do that. So now that we're up, spine straight, now we're going to do 5 breaths. Ready? Now, I want you to ask yourself, which one was better posture? I'm sorry, not that which one was better posture. Which one was better? Which one were you able to breathe better? When you had the poor posture or when you had better posture? And now, based on your answer, keep that in mind every time you have poor posture and its effect on your breathing. I'll do another video in the future so we can really dive into um, the significance of breathing and why it's important to make sure you're able to get in good breath. But I really just kind of wanted to draw your attention to the core and what your understanding of the core is, and see if this could help shed more light onto what you think the core is and your understanding of it, so that way you understand how to take care of it and take care of yourself going forward. Thank you for taking the time. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you taking the time to actually listen. Hopefully you gained something from this. If you did, please feel free to share this video to whoever you feel is going to get a lot of information for it, or share the video to somebody you feel is going to disagree with it. I would love the engagement. Um, like, share, subscribe. Again, my name is Femi. This is iUniversal, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks.